Well, the kids have grown and moved away. And the boyfriend? Don't get me started. You know, I think it's time I started living my life on my terms. Yeah, why not? I could sell this place and move where I want. I don't have to live here. I can live anywhere. Yeah. I mean, the housing market is at an all-time high, and I have no one to look after anymore, except Kenai. But he's no trouble, and I don't mind. I kind of like the mutt. Why, I can even work remotely. That's it. My mind's made up. Kenai, let's do it. Let's sell the house and move to Alaska. Just you and me. After making the decision to move to Alaska, I contacted a realtor, had my house put on the market within a few days, and had it sold within 14 days. Within 2 more weeks past that, I was officially on the road and on my way. Here you can see we just passed through Steamboat Springs and heading up into Wyoming. A short trip through Wyoming where we will eventually make our way into Idaho for our first night's stay. The first day of many is about to come to a close as we make our way into Idaho. The morning and the drive were relatively uneventful, but as we continued north, the smoke from the summer's forest fires would become more intense. As you will see as we approach Palisades Reservoir, there is a definite haze in the air. We arrived to our campsite after sunset, which is just on the other side of the reservoir in Snake River. Due to the late arrival and the very early departure the following morning, I did not film while camped, and this would prove to be my MO for the first leg of this trip. However, I was surprised to have been greeted at this campsite by a smoldering campfire that the camp host assured me was from the previous nights. Surely he just, no? He was serious. Yes, he did not see a cause for concern despite the surrounding forest fires. Puts a new perspective on the old saying, can't see the forest from the trees. And while I did arrive after dark and left just before sunrise, I have to admit that if I were to go back to this campground, that it would be a pleasure to do so. The campground was overall lovely, lots of privacy, and big open campsites, even though there was lots of privacy. Definitely a campsite worth experiencing. The following morning, Kina and I were up before the sun and continuing north, first along Highway 26, then Interstate 15 to Rexford, Montana. The smoke persisted on the second day of travels as the temperatures rose alongside of us climbing higher in elevation. Driving for roughly 9 hours, we arrived at our campsite in Rexford Bench Campground and attempted to settle in for the night. And if you want to know what happens next, you'll have to tune in next time to catch the rest of our story. I hope that you've enjoyed what you've seen thus far and that you'll forgive any nuances of being a novice at film editing. Thanks again for joining me and Kenai, and I hope that you will join us again on our future adventures as we make our way to remote Alaska.